Hey traders, and welcome to another Forex Market Predictions video. In these videos we go through the market and point out key levels of structure on the top 5 major pairs that we'll be paying attention to for trading opportunities. And if you're someone who is new to trading or someone that just does not believe that structure has a vital role in where the market goes and how it moves, then I would just suggest that you stick around through the entirety of this short video. Most of our predictions from last week's video ended up coming true based around these structure levels from last week's structure-based trading market predictions video. And after that, we'll also be going through the market and pointing out the key levels of structure that we're going to be paying attention to for trading opportunities. These are key levels that we expect the market to either reverse or go into trend continuation from. So if you're interested in knowing the levels of structure we'll be looking for trading opportunities at here at the trading channel, then make sure to stick around through the intro and disclaimer. If you're brand new to the trading channel here, then I'd like to say welcome. If you'd like, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button so that you're notified whenever we come out with other free educational content like this. And if you'd like to receive a couple of free courses that we don't offer here on YouTube, then what you can do is click the link in the description labeled free training and sign up for our email list, and those trainings will be sent directly to your inbox. All right guys, so I'll go ahead and let the intro and disclaimer roll, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Welcome back guys, so let's go ahead and get today's video started on the euro dollar. But before we do that, if you could just take 1 second of your time and click that like button for me, it would be very appreciated. I'm trying to get around 300 likes on this video. These Forex market prediction videos normally get around 100 or 150 likes, so it's just a new goal that I have in mind to try to get 300 likes on these videos. So it'll just take you a second to click the thumbs up button, and it would be very appreciated and really help me out. So thank you to those of you who have clicked the like button, and let's go ahead and continue with today's video. So here we are on the euro dollar, and last week we had predictions that told us that this market would possibly make it from where we were. Last week's video we had just gapped up, we were floating around in this area. And the predictions that we pointed out based on our analysis here at the trading channel is that this market would push up to our 1.2049 level, and we'd also be looking for trading opportunities if we pulled back into this daily zone. We did both of those things, and we ended up getting trading opportunities in both of these areas. Also in last week's video, we pointed this level out as a counter trend trading opportunity, meaning that we were looking for short trades right here back down into this previous daily level of structure. So hopefully for those of you who are newer to trading, or for those of you who don't really believe in structure very much, it's starting to become more clear that these levels can help us predict market moves. And what I'm going to do is play you guys a clip from last week's video where we were pointing all of this out, and then I'll be right back after that quick clip. About 100 pips away from where the market is right now. What I'm going to be looking at throughout the rest of the week for the euro dollar is actually some long opportunities. I'm going to be looking to try to get long to the 1.2049 level. So let's go ahead and drop down to a smaller time frame quickly before we discuss these other levels and talk about how we can actually take advantage of this. Here we are on a 4-hour chart guys, and something I'll be looking for this week is actually a pullback into this zone here. So here we have a 4-hour level of structure back here that lines up really nicely with our daily major structure level. So if the market pulls back into this area, that's where I'll be looking for some type of long opportunity here on the euro dollar. Now there's also a situation where this market does not pull back at all and just continues to rise, and in that case we can look for some other types of trades down on smaller time frames in order to get involved long up to that level at the 1.2049 zone. And of course, if the market does just go straight up to that level, then we'll be looking for counter trend shorting opportunities from that zone. Now, because the market is broken. So in that clip, you can see that in last week's video, we were predicting that this market would make it up to the 1.2049 level. And one of the predictions we had while the market was floating around right here is that we may get something on a smaller time frame if this market pushed up that gives us an opportunity to go long. And we actually got that in way of a flag pattern. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and drop down to a smaller time frame and show you guys that. So here we are on a 1-hour chart, and this is exactly what we were predicting, guys. At the time, we had already pushed up above our daily level of structure here in red, and then this market created this nice pennant pattern and broke out of it, pushing up to the exact level we pointed out in last week's video at the 1.2049 level, giving us an opportunity to go short in a counter trend trade back down all the way to the zone we talked about in last week's video. Again, these are predictions that we made based on understanding how to read structure. So now that we've pushed back down into this other daily zone, we're looking for long opportunities. And as you can see, the market eventually does push back up from this zone all the way up to our 1.2049 level once again. So as you can see, considering last week's analysis on this pair, it all seemed to play out quite nicely, and we did get a couple of good trading opportunities from that here at the trading channel. But that's enough about what's already happened. That's the things we've already seen out of this market. Now let's zoom back out to the daily chart and check out what we can expect next from the euro dollar. Well, we are hovering around that same 1.2049 level. That level is a major resistance level out here on the daily chart, so we can be looking for shorting opportunities from here where we are. Now, if this market breaks above this resistance level at 1.2049, we can look for long opportunities all the way up to 1.2295. That's going to be our next key level of structure resistance that we're waiting on the market to hit to look for possible counter trend trading opportunities on this market. So there's a couple levels of resistance that we're looking at and paying attention to for trading opportunities. As for support, we'll go ahead and change the color of this line to blue, because now that the market is pushed above this level, this is going to be a level of support at 1.1886. And that zone's where we'll be looking for more long trading opportunities. In order to get involved with the trend here on the euro dollar, as you can tell, we are in a pretty nice uptrend here on this pair and on this time frame. So other than that, if we break through the 1.1886 zone, then the next level of support we'll be looking at is right down here at 1.1645. And that zone is where we'll be looking for other long opportunities if this market does break below our first support level at 1.1886. And so we'll be looking at zones that look something like this for trading opportunities here on the euro dollar. The top two zones will be our major levels of resistance that we're looking for counter trend shorting opportunities from. The bottom two zones are major levels of support that we're looking for buying opportunities off of here at the trading channel. And that's what we're going to be looking at here on the euro dollar. Now let's go ahead and move along to another pair in the Aussie dollar and take a look at some of the key levels of structure on that pair. Now on this pair, again, this market performed quite nicely in consideration of our Forex predictions from last week. So I'll play you guys a clip from that video yet again. And here, as you can see, we're actually involved in a trade still that we ended up getting based on that structure level and the analysis from last week. And in that analysis, we were pointing out this level in blue as support for trading opportunities to push up into our next daily level of resistance at 0.8020. And that's exactly what we got. So I'll go ahead and play a clip from last week's video showing you guys that prediction. And then we'll come right back to discuss the trading opportunity we took advantage of and the new key levels we're paying attention to here on the Aussie dollar. And as for support, if this market breaks back down, we'll be looking for support once more at the 0.788 zone. And if we break... Alright guys, so just like we were talking about in last week's prediction video, we were actually right here on this candle whenever we said we may be looking for another push down into our support level at 0.7886. We got that nice push down, and down on a lower time frame, we actually got a good reason for entry at that level, which has now allowed us to bank in over 100 pips on this Aussie dollar trade. So let's head down to a lower time frame and take a look at that trade before we discuss the new key levels of structure for the Aussie dollar. Let's go ahead and jump down to a 1 hour chart. And here on the 1 hour time frame, our entry reason was based on a lot of buying pressure that we saw out of this area. So since we saw some buying pressure come in right around this key level of support that we discussed in last week's predictions video, we decided to go ahead and take out a long position. And I'll put on the long position tool and show you guys exactly what we were looking for. We decided to put our stop loss under our lowest level of support around this consolidation zone and around this daily level of structure right here. So the stop loss just under that, and our first targets up here at this previous daily level of structure. That gave us almost a 2-to-1 to our first targets, which have already been hit. And now currently we're sitting with our stop loss just below this level here. So we're waiting to see if this market can in fact continue in the upwards direction and give us an added bonus for these target number 2s. That's what we were looking at last week and how we benefited from that analysis. Now let's look at what we can look for on the Aussie dollar coming up in the next week. So let's zoom back out to the daily chart and discuss the key levels of structure we'll be paying attention to for trading opportunities. Now today we are hovering around this potential structure reversal zone. In this zone, we can be looking for reasons to go short on the Aussie dollar as a counter trend opportunity. And if this market does break and close above this zone and continue higher, our next level of resistance will be the 0.8105 zone. This is where we'll be looking for our next counter trend possibilities. And for our second level of resistance, if this market does break above the 0.8105 zone, then we have a long ways to go. And just as with the euro dollar, we can look for some long opportunities in between that first resistance level and the 0.8223 zone, which is our next level that we'll be paying attention to for counter trend trades and possible shorting opportunities. Now, as for support, we have a couple of different scenarios here. We can see this market push up and close above our previous level of resistance. And if that happens, then we'll be looking at this zone as support, the zone around 0.8020. That'll be our first level of support if we get a nice close above our current resistance zone. Now, if the market does push lower than that, then we'll be looking yet again, just as last week, at the 0.7886 zone. And if we go much lower than that, then we can look for long opportunities around 0.7807. So that's going to be what we're looking for here on the Aussie dollar in the coming days and weeks. I hope this video was beneficial and helpful to your trading. And if you enjoyed the content, guys, then go ahead and click that like button for me. Remember, I'm trying to hit 300 likes on this video. So if you could take just 1 second and do that, it would be much appreciated. If you're interested in learning about the strategies and specific entry reasons that I actually use in the market and other ways that I incorporate structure into my personal trading, and if you're currently struggling to create your own trading success, then I'm going to leave a link in the description below the video to the training program we offer here at the trading channel called the EAP. The EAP Training Program has helped hundreds of traders already achieve trading success. And if you'll stick around to the end of the video, you can read through some of their testimonials. So if you're struggling with your trading, or if you'd just like to learn some new strategies and techniques, then you can learn more about that training program by clicking the link in the description below. Remember, if you'd like free courses on structure and advanced patterns, then you can do so by clicking the link in the description labeled free training and signing up for our email list over at thetradingchannel.net. Be sure to subscribe here if you are new to make sure you're alerted next time we come out with the Forex Market Predictions videos. I wish you guys all the best of luck in your future trades, and I'll talk to you in the next one.